Welcome back, guys. Today we are reviewing and telling you how you can buy a half-price Range Rover SVR. 2021, so normally they're about 120,000 pound. This one is less than 50,000 pound. So come with us and I'll show you how to do it. Look at it, looks mad. It's a Nardo grey, so the colour's out of this world. Nardo grey SVRs were only really launched in sort of your facelift, 2020, 2021 shape. Before that, it didn't really do Nardo grey. So naturally, it looks like a much newer modern car. Electric side steps, carbon pack. It's actually got the carbon bonnet, which is quite rare even on the SVR. I'd say about 80 to 90% of SVRs don't have it. The front's completely different from the normal SVRs, like for example, pre-facelift. It's got the 2021 headlights. It looks a lot nicer. It looks a lot more modern. It looks a lot more newer. However, there is a catch. It's not an SVR. I was joking, chatting shit, whatever you want to call it. It's just a 3-litre diesel Range Rover. It's not even 2021, that's the funniest thing about it. It's a conversion. Some people are against it, some people think it's a good idea, some people say you shouldn't do it, you can't afford one, why are you doing it for? Just to let you know, it is not a cheap conversion. And people have got this perception when people convert cars into like a normal 3 Series into an M3 conversion or a C-Class into a C63 lookalike, it's a very cheap do. If you're doing it properly, it costs an awful lot of money. I'm just gonna be honest as I possibly can on this channel. I would have it and save 70 grand. The reason you're not gonna buy the real thing is because it's 70,000 pound more, that's bloody why. 99% of people probably won't even have a clue what the difference is, and I can't physically tell the difference in between this and an original SVR. It's got the front bumper done, fenders done, the bonnet done. Same again, it is actually real carbon. The side skirts that are on the door, they're built into the door. Rear bumper, rear exhaust, wing mirrors, side vents in the wings, everything. It's the lot. It is basically identical to an SVR. On the screen now, I put a screenshot of one that's on Auto Trader, over 100,000 pound for an original SVR that looks exactly the same as this, and I don't think that one's even got a carbon bonnet. So it gives you an example of how genuinely real this car looks. This is a full SVR conversion, and the biggest thing about it is the interior. Whoever's done the conversion has done the full interior as well, which is mad. It's got full SVR interior. However, it's not the 2021 SVR interior because it'd take a lot. You'd have to change the dashboard, you'd have to change the lot. So it has got an SVR interior, but it's like the pre-facelift interior. So the SVR seats. It's even got rear entertainment, and a lot of SVRs don't. This, we've got on sale for, Dylan, come on, help me, 43. 42, screenshot it. Mad maintenance history. Been really well looked after because whoever spent this much money on the kit, they would have spent that much money maintaining it as well. There's over 20,000 pound worth of receipts and invoices. It's a Nardo grey wrap, it's not paint. They have done inside the door struts, so it's a proper wrap. You can't tell it's been wrapped. I cannot emphasize enough how good this conversion is. I can't say it. The wheels are 2021 SVR. Everything from the front to the back to the interior. Honestly, credit to the people who have done it. They've done it properly. But yeah, we're gonna go for the little drive in it. It's not your typical V8 beast that we drive around. It's a 3-litre diesel, which is a bit of a granny wagon in my opinion. So we'll go for a little drive. It's not gonna be nothing drastic or scary or anything daft like that. Dylan, I'm getting in the car because it's freezing. It's not starting, it's got Ghost on it. How do I put it in gear? So if people don't know what Ghost is, it's like a immobiliser, that stuff. How the fuck I'm holding this? Ghost is a thing which stops you from driving the car. So if people's car get nicked, you can get something called a Ghost immobiliser on it. So it'll start, so you can warm the car up and whatnot. As soon as you put it in gear, it'll cut out. Let's see if it does it. Yeah, exactly. What's the code for this, do you know? Yeah. I'm not showing you what the Ghost is. Put that camera away. It's working. Can't even nick my own car. It's a 3-litre diesel, but it's not the top of the range. I know they do a 4.4 TD V8. It's got a bit of a nice throaty sound to that as well, even though it's a diesel. Because it's a V8, it still sounds quite rumbly. I do prefer the 4.4 engine, I'm not going to lie to you. However, I don't like diesels, so I prefer none of them. But if I had a choice out of the two, I would get the 4.4. However, the 3-litre is not what people think it is. It's perfectly fine for everyday use. It's got enough power to overtake, it's got enough power to get you out of a situation. There's nothing wrong with the 3-litre engine at all. Reliability-wise, they're quite good. We've just had the cam belt done on this one, actually. That's the only thing I haven't done. Just had gearbox service, everything. We just had the cam belt done. 300 quid for a cam belt on a Range Rover, cheap. They're a lot better than the previous generation Range Rover. I know there's a lot of people that have had Range Rovers in the past, maybe the previous generation, had bad experiences.
spent an awful lot of money, remortgaged the houses. To keep it on the road, this generation is 10 times better than the old generation. Comfort is better, drive-wise is better, looks is better, maintenance is better, running cost is better. In every way, shape or form, it's a better car. Simple. If you're looking at a Range Rover, the chances are you're not looking at no other 4x4s. You always wanted a Range Rover and you go out and buy a Range Rover. They have got a really good road presence. The facts are the facts, and this is me not being biased. On a normal sort of 4x4 basis, your Q7s, your X5s, your Porsche Cayrns, your normal 4x4s, no 4x4 has got the road presence of a Range Rover. Fact. Whether you like them, whether you hate them, whether you don't. The looks and the road presence of a Range Rover is something else, especially when it looks like this one. I've been in a lot of big cars, I've owned a lot of big cars, and you get attention in them. I've been in a lot of rare cars where people see them and think, wow, that's nice. These are not rare. Range Rover Sports are not rare by any means. But in this particular one, I don't know whether it's the colour, I don't know whether it's because it's a new SVR replica, I don't know what it is. The amount of attention you get in this car, I don't think I've ever had in any car. I wouldn't give it a second look personally. I look at it, yeah, it's nice, it is what it is, but people look and like, maybe they're thinking it's a £100,000 SVR, maybe that's why they're doing it, but it has to be the colour. I think the only thing that stands out about this car is the colour. The fact that it's got a black carbon bonnet, it makes it stand out a little bit, but overall, perfect family cars, a lot of space. Me, the wife and kids took this to Birmingham a couple of weeks ago. Nice, you know what I mean? Nice long journey, kids were happy. Everyone was happy, nice comfy drive. I didn't feel tired when I got there. Even though it's got the SVR seats, they're quite good, supportive. Even though the fit of the SVR seats, everything works on it. So the cooling feature works, the entertainment works, the heated seats work, even though they're not from this car. Like I said, whoever's done the conversion, they've not spared no expense, they've done it properly. The driving seat, like, it's a bit of a stupid one, this, but you feel like, I don't know how to explain it, I don't know if you feel high because it's a 4x4, but it feels good. It is a very good seating position where you sat. So if you're buying a 4x4, nothing will feel like a Range Rover in that sense. However, you'll also have that same feeling when you're stood in a lay-by because you're broken down and an X5 goes flying by you. I'm not saying they're all going to break down on you, but yeah, they have got that stigma where they're not the most reliable cars in the world. So yeah, it is what it is. If you're going to buy one, just buy one. Simple. Have it for a year. If you don't like it, you get bankrupt, buy another one. But it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? They're perfectly fine. Make sure they've been maintained highly. Make sure they've been looked after. Make sure the servicing's been done properly. Make sure the gearboxes have been serviced properly. Make sure the cam belt's been done. On these, you don't have to do cam belt and water pump. The water pump is not driven by the cam belt, so the cam belt is very cheap compared to other cars. Good history. It's always good and very important. I say to people, buy cars with good service history, especially diesels and whatnot. You need to know they've been maintained, and you need to know that they've not just had basic oil changes for the last 10 years. Fuel filters have been done. Do you know what I mean? Engine flushes have been done. Things have been done to make sure the car's been maintained. It's very important.
Nice and warm in there, freezing out here. Right, Range Rover, do you buy one, do you not buy one? If it's under warranty, definitely buy one. I think they're a good car. I think this shape, the new generation Range Rovers drive a lot better than the 2008, 2010 Range Rovers. So yeah, buy one if you can get one under warranty, lease maybe, different plans. Do I agree with the conversion side of it? Definitely. Like, if you can afford it, if you don't really want to spend too much money, buy the real thing because it's a lot more money than you can't really afford. You're basically better off just doing a conversion to make it look like that. When this car originally pulled into our forecourt and we bought it off the customer, I could not tell. I thought it was a £100,000 SVR come up in the forecourt. As far as the channel goes, we appreciate all you guys who have subscribed already. We're not YouTubers like we've said in the past video. We're just car traders, letting you guys follow us along our journey. And it's purely friends and family that have said we should do this because we've got the cars, we've got the content, and we're going to carry on bringing it to you guys. So far, we've got such positive feedback from you guys, and we're going to carry it on. If there's anything else you want to see, in particular, a certain car you want to see an update on, a certain car you think we should get, a certain project you think we should do, tell us, we'll do it. Do you know what I mean? We're not shy from doing a certain thing that we randomly wouldn't do. If there's people out there that want to see it, we will do it. C63's at MSL still from last week. That should be getting back in the next week or two. If that is what we think it's going to be, we're keeping it. It's a personal car for myself. I'm not selling that car. Always love the C63. I'm hoping to love the supercharged version even more. So we're going to keep that. However, we have got a new daily driver coming very soon. It's a personal car that I've been looking for, and I've been looking for it in the specific colour I bought it in. Bit random, not everyone's cup of tea, but there's none out there, so they're hard to find, they're impossible to find. When it comes next week, we'll introduce it to you guys, see what you think, and tell me what you like about it and what you don't. Like, subscribe, we really appreciate it, share, do whatever you need to do, and yeah, we'll carry on bringing you content, and hopefully you guys enjoy it, and we'll see you soon. Take care.